What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Unscripted Sports. I'm your host, MoneyE. Today, I'll be talking about NBA All-Star Game and how to make it watchable again. That was a pretty bad All-Star Game, to say the least. The game was fine, but just the extra stuff was too much. And then the format was okay. Well, I'll get into that. I just want to do some plugs first. Tonight, breakdown AEW Grand Slam Australia and Monday Night Raw from the 17th this week. So we'll break that down. Daniel, me, Doug, and I believe Clint will be on. The four of us, if not three of us. We'll break that down. Then Friday, under Wrestling Through the Years, our flagship, we'll be doing Jake the Snake career retrospective. So that should be fun. We'll take a look at his career and we'll be talking about his career and why he's a legend. And take a look back at his top performances, his mic work, talk about everything Jake the Snake Roberts. And that will be on Wrestling Through the Years YouTube channel, and tonight will be simulcasting on this channel and Wrestling Through the Years. Then Saturday, when team combined, it will be the 9th cartoon classic. It will be the superheroes the fighting. Hold on, shoot. It will be the Superhero Crime Fighters League. And that will be the Batman, the animated series, Superman, the animated series, Spider-Man, the animated series, and Justice League. So that should be fun. Join myself, Doug, Daniel, Sean, and I believe David will be back on. So that should be fun. This is going to be the most anticipated one because this is the superhero one. So this is going to be a close one, I think. All four shows are great. They're famous. They're popular. So it's going to be interesting to see what the scores are going to be for all these four shows. Especially Justice League. That's just Justice League 2001. And I think Batman 98. I want to say. Hold on. Hold on. And yeah, Superman 96. I forget which Batman it is. But yeah, it's Superman 96, Justice League 2001, and then Batman and Spider-Man. I forget the years, but we'll do that. And then Mindy and Daniel will be back for Stabcast on Sunday. So check that out. Now let's get to this All-Star Game from Sunday. The new format, the 14 tournament. It was the rookie. It was like the rookie. I think they had a small tournament on Friday to determine who will play on Sunday for the Rising Stars, and that was led by the team that won was Team Candace, so they were in that, and then Team Chuck, Charles Barkley. Let me pull up the teams here. Rosters. I'm gonna put for this up. So let me show this. I mean, I thought the format was okay, but it was just the extra stuff. I only watched the championship game. I was watching NASCAR, so because NASCAR was running it was Daytona 500, so it was running late because of the rain. So I would have probably watched the whole All-Star game, but I was finishing Daytona in that great race, great finish there. William Byron steals the race at the end, where um, hold on, no what, no, yeah, so yeah, that was a great race. Check those highlights out if you're a Daytona, if you're a NASCAR fan. So the All Star format was 4 teams, led by Team Chuck. It was not led by. It was Team Chuck, Team Shaq, Team Kenny, and Team Candace. It was Candace versus Shaq, and then it was Kenny versus Chuck. Team Chuck won. Charles Barkley, and then Team Shaq won. Then Team Shaq was led by this is Shaq's team. LeBron James, who didn't play. Um, and then Steph Curry, Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard, James Harden, Jaylen Brown, Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, who didn't play either. And then Kenny's team was Anthony Edwards, Jalen Brunson, JJ, Triple J, Jalen Williams, Garland, Mobley, Cunningham, and Hero. And then Chucks, this is the team I thought was going to win. Joker, SGA, Victor, Siakam, Shagun, Cat, Mitchell, and Trae Young, who who will replace Giannis, who didn't play. And then you got Team Candace, Team C roster. You got Castle. This is the young stars. Castle, Dunn, Eddie, George, TJD, Dalton Connect, and Jaden Wells. And McCain would have made it, but he was injured. So yeah, that was the teams. And as I said, the matchups. It was Team Shaq versus Team Candace, and then Kenny versus Chuck. Chuck won, and Shaq won. So that was, yeah. Let me take a look at the results. So first game, Team Kenny beat Team Chuck won 41-32. SGA and Victor led the way. It was Candace Rising Stars versus Shaq OGs. Shaq won 42-35. Came up big in 9 points. Steph Curry was a clear leader on the floor as he came up with 8 points, but also just awards and assists to win the win in the championship. This one was ugly. This one was over as soon as it was the first time out. And the first time out, they took a timeout, went to commercial, came back, and they presented this award to Kevin Hart, which I don't understand why they did that. I don't understand why they had to do it right then and there. It took about 10 minutes there, and then that took about 10 to 15 minutes because they just wasted time. They did a presentation for the TNT guys, and then they presented a trophy for Kevin Hart. They did a presentation for that. That took about 10 to 15 minutes, and then you got commercials in between. So it's almost about 20 minutes of nonsense. And I wouldn't call it nonsense. I would call it unnecessary because they could have done it in between the games. They could have done it in between the second game and the championship game, but they did it in the middle of the game. I know it was 11-0, but why do it in between the timeouts? Just play the game. People are not watching to watch that. I didn't like the extra stuff. So I thought that was unnecessary. I thought that was just, I don't know. They were just prolonged. They were just making the game longer, and which it didn't need to be. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Yeah, it didn't need to be long. So I want to talk about how you make this better. If you want to continue this format, which I think they probably will, what you do is you start the All-Star break on Tuesday. You give them a break on Wednesday. You have a mini tournament on Thursday for the Rising Stars and G League. I would add the G League players. So you have 2 teams from the G League, 2 teams from the Rising Stars, and then 2 winners there play for a championship on Friday night, and then or you can fit all the games on Thursday, and then you have you have two games each from the Rising Stars slash 2 games for, sorry, I'm watching Liverpool tie the game. That's right. So you have 2 games from Rising Stars slash G League. The 2 winners playing the championship Friday night, and then so you have 4 games, and you have the NBA All-Stars play 2 games. The 2 winners play championship on Friday night, and then Saturday you have Saturday night dunk contest and 3-point contest and whatever, all that activities, and then Sunday you have the winner of the Rising Stars and G League versus the winner of the All-Star Game, All-Stars, and then that's their big ultimate championship. And the prizes are like for the All-Stars, I would do like 1 million for first prize for charity. This would be the team that wins chooses charity to donate to, and then you get the winner, the championship. The team that wins for the All Stars of the 4 teams get 1,000,000, 750, 500, and 250 or something like that to donate to their charity. So each team gets to donate money to their charity, just different prize for first, second, third, and fourth. Same thing with the Rising Stars, but it will be lower. And then, yeah, so you have your, I think, if you want to do that and then still keep the All-Star Saturday night, you can do that on Friday. 2 championship games. If not, you can replace that. I don't think they're ever going to replace the Duncan 3-point contest, but you have the 2 championship games on Friday, and then you have the big ultimate championship with the 2 winners of the big of this. You have the so you have 3 championship games, but big championship. You have Rising Stars slash G League win champion versus the All-Star champion on Sunday. And don't do this BS with playing up to 40. Do 10-minute halves. If you want to do 10-minute halves or 10-minute quarters each, do that. Even 12-minute halves. If you want to shorten the game, just do 12-minute halves for each or even 15-minute halves. I know that sounds crazy, 15 minutes in each half, but college basketball is just 20. So why not just do 15-minute halves and have fun with it? That way, players are going to play defense. There was no defense played. People were chucking up threes. You got Steph Curry, as much as I love him. He chucked up 2 half-court threes. He made 1. Like Trae Young trying to do the same thing. So you got people trying to chuck up threes. You got jokers throwing up threes. He doesn't usually shoot the 3 that much. Yeah, people not playing defense. It was a show. I thought it was hilarious. It was fine. It wasn't great. I thought it was kind of horrible, the championship, because of the added stuff they did. I don't really think it was competitive. The championship game was not competitive. It was over at 11-0. And I think Team Chuck was just phoning it in. It was pretty obvious Steph Curry was going to win the MVP. That it was in Golden State. So, yeah. I think Team Chuck laid down for the OGs. I really do think they didn't try after 11-0. They just laid down and said, this one is over. At least if you try this, have a big kind of a big tournament, 2 mini tournaments, and then 1 big championship game. I think it would draw some interest because you would have like young stars versus the all-stars. Young stars / G League versus the all-star team. NBA all-star team. So I think that would be intriguing. See if the young guns can beat the all-stars. And these are the young stars that don't make it to all-stars. That don't get selected to the all-star game, obviously. So you got rookies that don't get, you got the second-year players that don't make it, you got G League players, so you got a mix of that. Or you just go back to East versus West. East versus West format. You don't do tournament. So you either do that or you go back to the East versus West format. And I think East versus West, I think people would come back and watch that. But I think you need more young stars to make the All-Star team too. So those are the 2 options. If you want to keep the format, you go. I think you make it even bigger like that, and draw some interest. Because that crowd was dead. It wasn't sold out, which is embarrassing for the NBA. There was no fan. There was listen, I don't know how many fans there were, but it was not sold out. And it got boring after 11-0, because, as I said, they did all that shit. They did all that stuff in between, which, hey, if they wanted to do it before the game. They didn't have to do it in between the game, in the middle of the game. But with that said, that's all I have for that All-Star game. I thought it was pretty pathetic. They need to do better. If they want it to be watchable again, I was going to do it and make it better again. But watchable again, they need to change something about change this format. I know you just changed the format, but don't make it up to 40. Up to 40 is kind of stupid. I think it's stupid to make it up to 40. I think you play a regular basketball game, 10 or 15-minute halves, I think people would watch. Playing up to 40 is nobody plays defense. Nobody cares after a certain amount of time, after being like the championship, and after being up 11-0, nobody cared. But it's going to be hard to come back from 11-0 with no time, no thing, and you're playing up to 40. So that way, if you're playing with time, at least you have time to come back. So, yeah. Now I'll get to the future bets. See, got some future bets here. I'm going to start with the 76ers future bet. 76ers win total for the rest of the season. But I mean, for the 2024-25 season, they have it on FanDuel. I forget what the preseason one was. I think it was like 50. It was in the 50s, I think. Now it's set at 34.5. I think they go under. I think they win about 32, 33 games, 34 games. I don't think they win more than 34. You get this at minus 110 on FanDuel. So that's a great price. Set at minus 1, so I like that bet. The Magic, on the other hand, I like the over 41.5 plus 106. I think it's good value for a good Magic team. I think they can win 41. I think they can win about 44 games, 45 games. Especially because they have people that are back from injury. So I think that's pretty good. And then the Denver Nuggets. I said this in my preview video. I picked them to win the championship. They were plus 800 preseason. Yeah, they were plus 800 to get the number 1 seed, and they were plus 800 to get the number 1 seed. Wow, Joel Embiid, I had to win Defensive Player of the Year 1,000. That's crazy. Edwards. Yeah, I don't know what the odds were for Denver to win the championship, but number 1 seed, they were 800. For Rookie of the Year, right now it's Castle win Rookie of the Year, but I like Ware from the Miami Heat. He's the starting center now. I think they moved Bam Bam to power forward, so Rookie of the Year plus 550, not bad for the rest of the year. You never know because the Rookie of the Year's been changing off and on. So yeah, I like that bet. And then now the hockey bets. Colorado Avalanche to win the cup. That's 1,200. And I'll take a look at the stats too. I want to do the standings. I want to take a look at the stat. No. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take a look at the standing for each and really preview this. And the Florida Panthers to repeat as Stanley Cup champions plus 750. That's a good bet. And I think that's it for now. Let's take a look at the standings for the NBA. So we got Cleveland 44-10 leading the East. Boston 5.5 games back. For number 1 seed, you got New York Knicks 3rd seed, 4 Indiana, 5 Milwaukee, Detroit, and And then the playing teams: Orlando, Atlanta, Miami, and Chicago, with Philadelphia and Brooklyn 1.5 games back from Chicago for the last spot in the play-in. And you got even Toronto, who's in the race for that. And then the OKC and Cleveland are tied for the best record in the NBA at 44-10. So, and then you have OKC, Memphis number 1, number 2, Denver number 3, Houston number 4, Lakers and Clippers 5 and 6, and then Minnesota 7, Dallas 8, Sacramento 9, and Golden State 10. You got Phoenix and San Antonio lurking in the shadows, and for the last spot. So should be an interesting race. Has my pick changed to win the NBA championship? I would say kind of. I think Boston's gonna win the championship again. I think it could be Boston and Denver in the championship. I don't know if OKC gets there yet. I still think they're young. But if we get Boston OKC, that would be fun. But I think Boston is still the team to beat in the East. I don't know if Cleveland can beat the Boston in a 7-game series. I just don't. I think Mitchell is inconsistent. I think Boston has the pedigree and they have history. They've been there, they've done that. Cleveland hasn't been there and done that yet. Neither has OKC, and that's why I think it could be Boston and Denver in the NBA championship this year. With Boston raising banner number 18 or 19, I forget. I think it's 18. It might be 19, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, so if Boston wins this year, it'll be number 19. Banner number 19. I really do think they're going to win the championship. Pains me to say that because I'm a Sixers fan, but yeah. I think they win. Just looking at the standings. And look at Orlando. I want to go back to my bet. I said 27 wins. All they need 15 wins for that bet to hit. 15. I think they can get it. I'm going to take a look at the schedule. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at their schedule. They have Sacramento, Denver, San Antonio, Atlanta, Charlotte, Atlanta, Memphis, Washington, Cleveland, Golden State. That's some win. That's 15. They can win 15 games there. So I think so. Where do they start? So starting tomorrow, they're in Atlanta, Memphis, Washington, Cleveland, Golden State, Toronto twice. There's 2 wins there. You have 3 wins there. And so you can win in Atlanta, that's 4. You can win in Chicago, that's 5. 6. 7, I think you can win Houston at home. 8. You can win the Lakers at home. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I definitely see 15 wins here. So I think that is a great bet. Over 41.5 right now at plus 106. Take that. That's my best future bet. That's my best future bet. This is my best future right now. I will say that. Best bet future NBA. And then let's take a look at the NHL. Wrap this up. Let's take a look at the NHL. I'm not a big hockey fan, but I think I know enough. I want to take a look at something. Mbappe, two goals. I should have bet. They're running the second half. Mbappe has 2 goals, and I should have bet that in it. But yeah, NHL. Let's take a look at the standings real quick. Conference-wise, let's see. Washington has the most points, and then Florida, and then Carolina, Toronto, New Jersey, Tampa Bay, Ottawa, and Detroit. And then West is Winnipeg, Edmonton, Dallas, Vegas, Minnesota, Los Angeles, and Colorado, and Vancouver. They don't have it the wild card style, but so Winnipeg is the best team according to points, and they have 39 wins. So they are the best team because they have 39 wins. 39, 14, and 3. Washington has the least losses, but they have a lot of overtime losses. So Edmonton's the favorite to win the Stanley Cup. So yeah. And where's Colorado? Did I pick a bad? Yeah. No, Colorado is 7. I don't know. I thought that's good value. 1,200 for a 7th or 13th. So, 8. So they can get as high as number 2. So they're only 4 points out number 2. So, yeah. So I think from the NHL, I think Florida repeats, and Denver and Boston wins the Stanley Cup. I don't think I have anything else. Let's see. Yeah, I might be back Friday. Maybe talk about some baseball. See if the Dodgers. Maybe talk about. Yeah, I'll talk about some baseball on Friday. But for MoneyE, I'm out. And check out tonight's show breakdown on this channel and on Listen to the Year simulcasting. Later.